Hi all, welcome to Cloud Database channel. So today we are going to see how to create that container database in Oracle 19c. Okay. So first of all, I have already took this session. So you guys might already aware that how to take the sessions. So this is one of the my Linux session. So I already installed Oracle binaries and I already configured everything. I have not yet created any database on this server, so this is the first command to check that whether database are running on the server or not. So S1 is one of the background process of Oracle, so that based on that we are checking. Okay, so let me check how we can see that what is the current version installed in this server, so that I already configured the bash profile. That's the reason I'm able to get the output for the SQL plus -v. So currently I installed Oracle 19c. The version is 19.3. It's bit little bit old, but it's okay. We are using 19c. This is a bit mm, new version. Okay. So to create the database, there are the two three options are there. So one is the DBCA, one is a graphical user interface, another one is the silent mode, another one is the response file. There are the multiple options are there. Today we are going to see the option of using the DBCA, graphical user interface. So I already installed in my laptop Xming software, and I already did the pre-checks. So everything. So now I'm just doing the echo dollar oracle underscore home to just know the my oracle home location. So this is my oracle home location, and my Ora tab location, or any databases are there or not, earlier configuration. See, my Ora tab entry is very clean. There is nothing is my Ora tab entry. So I will keep in my data files in. I have some mount points like U01, U02. So I already installed in the Oracle database software in U01. So that's the reason it is already used 7.1 gigs. So that's the reason I will keep the my data files in U0 mount point. So that first of all I will change the permission. I have a root login. This is my own server. So I'm changing the permission, or I can do the directly creation of the anything. So I'm just changing the permission uh, to Oracle on the U0 mount total mount point, because I will use the total one mount. So then I'm changing the permission to 77 pi for U0 mount point. So it's done now. So you can check this LSF and LD. This is the basic OS commands. So this permission has changed to Oracle install, and this is the thing 77 pi. This is the directory. This is the basic Linux commands. Okay, I'm coming to Oracle user. I'm just creating the like a folder structure app Oracle. That's it. The permission already it's set, right? So that's the reason I'm able to create. So if you want to give, I can give chmod -r 775, because of the I'm the okay, it's done. So now which one we will use? We will use DBCA to create the database, correct? So if I run which DBCA, it will show directly. By default it will go to the Oracle home bin location. It will call the DBCA. So that is a thing. Yeah, if you did not set the bash profile and everything, it will not show the things. So I just did the DBCA. Now GUI will come. It might take some time. Okay, it is loading the config driver information. Okay, so these are the options I am getting. So create database and manage existing databases, and so many options we are getting. So by default option it is create, click on create database. It's already checked, so I'm clicking on next, and there are the here multiple options are there. So don't confuse. By default you click the advanced configuration if you want to create the proper understand highly configured database. The most advanced options will be available in the advanced configuration. Click on configuration. So again click on next. So there are the multiple warehouses. We have data warehousing, means it's kind of a OLT, or it's OLAP environment, and general processing and transaction. For most of the databases you can choose the OLTP, and I'm selecting only single instance. I'm installed as a single instance database. So I'm clicking next, and see here we are getting the options. Global database name, let's say I'm just selecting the name as like a 19C, or I can give you some other name, uh, like what can give you, okay, I'm staying in Hyderabad location, so I'm giving as a shortcut as HYD, my city short name. So, and this is a create as a container. If you don't want to create container database, you just choose the this option uncheck. So by default it is a check is available, and use local undo table space PDBs. So these are the some of the topics we will cover in future. What is that? These are the differences. So these differences will in the 12.1 there is a shared undo for all the pluggable database. From 12 to 1 12 to onwards there is a local undo for each and pluggable databases. So we can discuss about these things much clear in future videos. So by default it is creating one PDB. If you want you can do that, or you can create a just empty container. So that is also options are available. So I'm just creating one PDB with the name of the PDB PDB1. Okay, just click on next, and these are the templates whatever it is taking. So I'm just taking the U02 mount whatever I created, right? So that I'm just going to there slash U02 app Oracle, and I'm selecting this, and you can use OMF also if you want, but I'm choosing this. Click on next, and if you want to enable, just enable the fast recovery area. This is the basic things, and if you want to enable, just enable the archive. So it enabled almost 12 GB fast recovery area. In my server I don't have that much space, so that's the reason I'm just changing to 4 GB. Okay, by default it is taking from the Oracle base. My Oracle base in the U01 app Oracle location. So I'm clicking on next. Okay, the it is giving the error. The specified is at least 5 GB it is asking, so I just changed the okay, but I can forcefully set the yes also. Okay, I'm saying the yes. Okay, if you want to option, you might seeing from the 12C onwards create the listener option. So this is the new one. If you want to configure listen, you can click on this, it will create, but right now I'm not going to create. Click on next. So these are the advanced options. So in the now right now that is a cloud era, so in the cloud every security is mandatory. So database vault and label security belong to the security things. So right now we are not going to discuss this, so I'm just unchecking and moving forward to next. And these are the automatic stored memory and automatic memory management. These are the already covered normal topics like normal databases things. I'm just clicking on next on these things. I'm not changing anything, default option only I'm choosing. And next step it is moving, so it is taking the some configuration steps, so it might take few seconds. Okay, it's done. So I'm unchecking this is Enterprise Manager Express, so I'm unchecking this and I'm clicking again next, and I'm using this is the password system and PDB admin. So why it is came PDB admin means, so pluggable database also having PDB one admin, so that is called PDB admin short, but system and sys will work. So in our company we are most of the times using sys and system only. You can make use of that also. So give the strong password because its security is a major, right? So give the very strong password, it otherwise it will not accept. Okay, I set one password, but let's see it will accept or it will say okay it is accepted. I'm clicking on again next, so the only one option the I'm clicking on create database. So if you want to check you can check all the initial parameter. So still it is giving the warning message, this is not error, this is a warning sign. I'm clicking again yes. So it is giving the option, let's say that my global database name is this is the SID, so I'm creating container database and pluggable database one, and how many pluggable databases, and local undo is yes or not, and where I'm keeping in a file system. If you are using ASM it will show ASM, everything. These are the normal options. I'm clicking finish. So it might take some time because it need to go further process. It will reach to up to 100%. So meanwhile I will pause the video for some time. So database creation was completed. So in the end of the creation, it was showing like it was created one SP file in the DBS location, and our database name and everything is same, HYD. So I'm just clicking on close, and this is one of the server parameter file. It was located in the DBS location. Okay, I'm just clicking on close. So I'm just coming back to here. So I want to tell you one thing. There was a mistake happened. Means mistake means last time when I did the which DBA, this is not DBA, DBCA. This is which DBCA. So it will show like a like this. So in the bin all the executables will be there. So I'm just whatever mistake is happened, I'm just covering in this part. Okay, thank you for understanding. So just now what I will do, I will just run the initially I did the command of ps-grep, right? So I will do same command. There is nothing change in the command. So now you are seeing one more extra process that is called, this is ora underscore smon is a prefix, and HYD will be the our instance ID, so that it will show like that. So it was created around 9:19 in the server time. I mean it is 24 by 24 format, so that 9:21 2 minutes back server this instance was started. So we will check the ora tab. So I am expecting the, as I know, when we create the database using DBCA, the entry will be in the added in the ora tab file. So the entry added in the ora tab file. So this is the instance name, and this is the Oracle home, and this is the no. So we will talk about this thing, why and these options are there, because there is we can do some automation. So those things we will learn later. Okay. So if I do echo dollar now Oracle underscore dollar Oracle underscore SID, it is showing nothing, because if I do now SQL plus slash sysdba, it will not give anything. It will give some error for me. So I'm just showing error. I am sure I will get the error. I'm just showing for you. So see, it is showing that TNS net service incorrectly specified. It is asking username. So now I am doing, there are the two methods to set to connect the database. One is the export Oracle underscore SID equal to our instance name. We need to provide instance name. So HYD. If you do now echo dollar Oracle underscore SID, it is showing HYD. So now you can just type SQL plus slash as sysdba. Now at this time my login was successful. So when compared to earlier, it is saying that net service name is incorrectly specified. So that the things you guys need to remember is we need to do the environment variable export. This is the one of the method. There is another method also there. I will show you later in that part. So select name comma open underscore mode from v dollar database. This is my database. So I'm just showing this is my database. So how can we check this database is whether pluggable database or not? There is a view in that. There is a simple. You just do the show PDBs command. Simple. If it is a PDB database, by default it will show like PDB dollar seed, and whatever we created another PDB, right? It will show PDB. So the thing you guys need to remember, PDB dollar seed only, seed always in read only mode. We will cover this topic much more in the later part. In this part I will cover only how to create the database and these things. I want to show one more thing. So just if you want to come to know whether this is a CDB or PDB, just do the show underscore con name. It will show CDB dollar root. So root is like in the root is a main vehicle. In the main vehicle, every pluggable database will be park, means it will be plug. It's kind of a charger, it's a port, you can think it is a. So you can unplug and plug, so many things we can play. So we will see the entire series of the part in the future. So I'm just showing there is a option of the, this is the pluggable database or not, we can see easily show that. So that's the reason I'm checking for that view, is it pluggable database or not, it will show clearly. One second, I will show you that. So we need to select the column of select, select, there is a column CDB. Check the CDB. If you want, you can take the con ID also, but it's not needed from $v database. So this is the very easy method to check. So if you get the yes means, so this is a pluggable database. Sorry, this is a container database. So show PDBs. So if you want to connect the, I'm just showing how to connect to the another pluggable database. Alter session set container equal to PDB name, and once it is showing session altered, after that you just need to do show underscore con name. This is the easy method. There is another way we can check. Select, there is a view v PDBs. Select name open underscore mode from v PDBs. So it will show like that. Even we can do the PDB read only or closed, everything we can do. We will see this in the next part of series. Thank you.